Hey guys, this is Cam for 15, and I'm back at it with another video for you guys. And I'm back with another Dragon Quest Adventure of Die episode review for you guys. For people who are fans of my reviews of Dragon Quest Adventure of Die, if you're wondering where my co-host, the Red Wolf, is, he is actually feeling under the weather. I messaged him today of us doing the review on Sunday. This video is going up on Monday. And he wasn't feeling really good. And he let me know. So it's gonna be me going solo this episode review. But Dragon Quest was absolutely insane with this weekend. Again, I don't know how Dying Company are to get out of this situation, but they are in a very bad situation right now. A very bad situation. So okay. Let's pick up right where we left off. So pretty much we know that Mystervearn is technically the true Dark King Vearn, but in a way, he's kind of not, and we see ultimately who truly Mystervearn is. Now the thing is, Dark King Vearn does come back. He is back to life, and he's right there, and he's actually shocked and surprised that he didn't die, and he's actually shocked and surprised that Die did that much damage to him. But because of this, pretty much Dark King Vearn is like, shit, well, I'm not taking any other chances now. You gotta die, because I cannot be taken advantage of, or I cannot fall for something like that again. In the meantime, Mystervearn, we get some revelations on Mystervearn, the fact that even though he's technically Dark King Vearn, he really isn't Dark King Vearn. And we find out pretty much Dark King Vearn is split up into two different people, or two different bodies. The old guy, the old Dark King Vearn is pretty much, the remaining power he has left of his, of himself. While we see the Mystervearn persona, well, that's kind of the youth he once had, and he did this just to split himself up. I forgot what they said, why they split up, but they pretty much split up, and that's the thing. But we see how Mystervearn is ultimately like this shadow creature that's kind of just like a parasite that was chilling on Mystervearn's head, or the other half of Dark King Vearn's body. Dark King Vearn ends up messaging Mystervearn, and they pretty much say the time is now ripe. You watch Dragon Ball Super, you know what I mean by that comment, but the time is right. And pretty much Mystervearn lets the other half of Dark King Vearn's body go. Dark King Vearn's youthful body merges with his older body, and they pretty much become what is the true Dark King Vearn. And he's a much more youthful, much more insanely powerful character. Like from what Dai says, his magic power is pretty much off the charts, and it's not even at the level when Dai fought him as an old man. And this guy, and pretty much we have it to where Dark King Vearn is like, well, now you're here to fight my true self, so get ready to die, pretty much. And that's what looks like next episode is going to be focused on. In the meantime, Mystervearn, like I said, is just a shadow creature, and we find out that he's pretty much a parasite. He can get a hold of a body and pretty much use it however he sees fit. And we have it to where they start fighting. Mom charges in, but it's a little too late because Yvonne says no, stop. But it's a little too late. We have it to where Mystervearn actually takes control of, or captures Mom and takes control of her body. Now, the way they were he was putting like this, I guess you can say, his shadow tentacles in her outfit. I was legitimately really about to be like, oh, don't tell me we're gonna get a freaking, I guess you can say a fan service scene to where he's using his like tentacles to hold her captive, as maybe a decoy, but at the same time he's like touching her and she's doing like, oh, stop it, doing those doing those typical girl Japanese moans when a character is being forcefully groped. It reminded me of the Sword Art Online episode when Leafa was in sort of in the most last season of Sword Art Online, when Leafa was pretty much fighting against this tentacle creature, and the tentacle creature actually, like, the tentacles actually like go in her freaking clothes and is like, all, just all over her body, and just, and I legitimately thought, I'm like, okay, don't tell me we're gonna freaking do this. I'm fine with fan service, but fan service where it almost gets to, I guess you can say, R word content. And when you know what I mean by R word content, you know what I mean. That's when I like draw the line. I'm like, okay, do we really need to see this? But no, he pretty much absorbs himself into Mom's body, takes over takes over Mom's body, and she becomes insanely more powerful. Now, the reason why Mom just straight up attacked is because Pop and Master Brokina, are dead. Well, they're presumed dead, but I don't know. But she pretty much fights off against everybody, and she is kicking everybody's ass. But we have it to where Yvonne does something to pretty much dispel Mystervearn, or Mist, from Mist from Mom, so they end up saving her. But this was all a part of Mystervearn's plan, and he ends up taking over Hunicle's body. Now they try to do the same. Yvonne tries to do the same thing to save Hunicle, but it doesn't work. It has no effect, and the reason is because he's expelling dark magic, or dark energy, I guess you can say in a better sense. And pretty much Mystervearn goes on to say, like, when I trained Hunicle, I made him the perfect vessel for me to take over. And that's what he pretty much does. He ends up taking over Hunicle, making this the perfect body for him. Now, Hunicle, if you guys remember, Hunicle's body is all messed up and he can barely fight. Don't know that will change for Mystervearn. But pretty much they're against the clock, and they got to find some way to save Hunicle. And again, Mystervearn's power within Hunicle's body, his power is pretty much off the charts. So yeah, the heroes are stuck in a whole bad situation. Also, Mom is seemingly down for the count too, because she just, after she gets taken over and she's freed, she pretty much passes out. So yeah, it's not going good for our heroes. We got pretty much a full power Dark King Vearn, and now Mystervearn was taking over Hunicle's body, where he pretty much trained it the best he could. So when he did take over his body, pretty much he's very strong. So it's gonna be interesting. Oh yeah, they did. I think they did an air slash to get Mystervearn out of Mom's body. That's what they did. Yeah. But anyways, that's kind of all I gotta say for this week's episode of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai. Things are just getting crazy, and I'm just like, we're really gonna be ending this in a few more weeks. But yeah. But anyways, guys, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai episode review, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai content as the show is winding down till October, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Camper 15 content that I upload to the channel, like anime, movies, and other stuff like that. But again, sorry for not having the Red Wolf on. Again, he's sick. We got personal lives. So hopefully, if you want to wish him in the comment section, to feel better, well, more than likely ahead, I'll relay the information to him so he knows. But other than that, guys, catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, peace.